Hey everybody, and welcome along to this week's edition of the Irish Golfer Podcast, brought to you in association with Flowgas. Visit flowgas.ie. The weather's about to turn. I don't know, the weather doesn't know what it's doing out there. But yeah, if you're looking to sort out your energy needs, visit flowgas.ie for electricity, for gas, for solar, household, commercial, business, anything you want of your energy needs. Flowgas will look after you. So Peter Finnan here, and joined as always by Rona McNamara.
How are we?
Good. Getting the ad read in before he introduces us now.
I was waiting a long time there.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
I was getting tetchy there. I was like,
sorry for keeping you waiting. No, they deserve a shout. They're back after a bit of a hiatus there with a new, different sponsor there for a couple of months on the pod, but back to good old reliables, back to Flowgas now. It's coming into autumn. It's not a good sign.
No, well, we got rid of Cleveland Strixon, and Cleveland Strixon lost last night, so That says it all.
Exactly. So, what are you saying? Flowgas are going to win?
They're going to win everything.
No, like we say, like if you listen to this pod enough, you know we push them a lot because they push golf a lot. They're involved in so much top to bottom in golf. Even there's a new Women's Irish Challenge announced on the back of the Irish Open out in Malahide. It's on in 3 weeks' time. And they get involved as sponsors of that. So they really do support every level of Irish golf. So we can't say it enough. If you are up for renewal, or you're looking in the market to get involved in solar, or you're looking to change your gas and electricity, do give them a chance. Visit flowgas.ie, and they've some good offers there, so you won't be disappointed. So,
well said.
Yeah, that's it. Right, what did you get up to over the weekend and good?
I was at the Irish Challenge.
The Irish Challenge.
I was nearly going to say the women's one.
It's been a mental
the Irish
few
Challenge,
weeks.
and then the Irish PGA, and then where was I? Been European teams, the Open, Live, Women's Irish Close.
I was thinking more of your own captain's prize was on Saturday morning, but
never mind that. I had work to get to. Didn't have time for that.
A lad said to me before, you can actually pass the yips on to lads by shaking hands with them.
That's happened to me.
So I don't know who you're shaking hands with, but yeah.
Shaking hands with the wrong people.
I suppose there's only one place to start off. Like, we've a lot to cover through. We've been here, there and everywhere, but we kind of have to start off with the PGA Tour. It's FedEx Cup coming along. Did you watch much of this, or did you?
The minute it started on Sunday, I sat down.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Like, golf needs Tommy Fleetwood to keep losing. That's what makes golf exciting. We now have a chase. Like, when Rory won the Masters, the next couple of months were shite. Now we've got something to like root and get involved in.
I don't know, you're sadistic thinking of this. So like, I was going to start off with a bit of music like this and just say, we're gathered here today to remember the professional career of Thomas Paul Fleetwood, who was born on the 19th of January 1991 in Southport, England, and will be remembered fondly by anyone who plays against him on any Sunday in America. That's how I was going to start it off, because we literally seen him die last night.
Yeah.
Again, but I've no sympathy anymore. I had sympathy.
I've no sympathy anyway.
I know you don't. But like,
he was getting the putts.
Keep this music going in the background.
Yeah, this is the eulogy.
Yeah, it is the eulogy.
He was getting the putts, makes a birdie putt, and then makes a clutch par save. And like, oh my god, he's actually going to do it. 2 ahead with 3 to play. Like, you can't cock this up. And then the chip on 17.
This music is brilliant.
The chip on 16, 16. and then the putt on 17. He's nearly beaten the putt to the hole. Like,
he was like Kevin now.
He's nearly at the hole before the ball stops. Oh my god!
I just don't know where to go with Tommy. It's I'll give him a little bit of credit for getting into the mix again so soon after the Travellers, but the outcome was just written. It was pre-written. Like, when he kind of knew, my WhatsApp was it was exploding. Like, when he goes a few clear, and then you get all the usual, oh my god, this is happening things coming through. And then you look at what he did around sort of 12, 13, 14. Excellent. Unreal. We haven't seen this before on a Sunday in America. We're going, it's on, it's done. the easiest hole in the course, the par 5. He rips a drive down, leaves himself 220 yards, and then, boom, cabbage button hit again.
I still don't know how the par putt even went into the hole.
I know, I know. But like it was just, and you could see it happening. I was getting texts like, "That's it!" Like even on 16, before JJ Spawn had hold the putt, when he had actually missed the green with the chip, Fleetwood, I was just getting texts just saying, "That's it. He's going to lose the playoff here. It's done. He's done."
God, if only he had lost the playoff.
He was gone.
You could nearly excuse it if he lost the playoff.
It's like, I don't know. It's how he played 16, 17 and 18. It was just an abomination. And I say I've no sympathy. I admire him. I admire his honesty and brutal, just put him, like, it takes a lot of courage to put yourself in the mix like that over and over and over again for the same outcome. And as a Leeds fan, as someone that had, like, literally, if there's a football club out there that mirrors Tommy Fleetwood playing golf on the PGA Tour, it's Leeds United. Because any time we're in with a squeak of something that there's any pressure, we fold. And it's just the way it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's there over and over again. He's been there twice this year.
Yeah, but
really.
That's twice out of 20 events.
Yeah.
And they're both signature events. They're both big, big events.
Like, he could have easily won a couple of majors, 2 runner-ups in them. And he didn't even get a second place finish last night after all that. So maybe this is like the Community Shield curse. He won't get a second place, so it doesn't feel as much of a heartbreak. But
just you mentioned the community. What happened in that?
Well, if it was a big trophy, it would count on our wall, but it's not, so it doesn't.
Nah, stop. Can't even beat Palace.
Palace are a good team.
They are, yeah.
Like, I would have said to Fleetwood, he couldn't even beat Keegan Bradley. Did he beat Scotty Scheffler then last night?
He drew with him. He drew, yeah. He drew 69 all with Scotty Scheffler yesterday. That was good. But they're the things, they're the positives that, I'm not sure there's any positives, but they're the things he'll have to hang on. Like, there's nothing, like, we'll get into people around him and what happened around him. I thought it was a blessing that we go back to Saturday evening and Justin Rose birdies the last to get himself into the last group and avoids Tommy Fleetwood having to shake hands with Scotty Scheffler on, like, going into the last round and playing a 2-ball with him. I thought, this is brilliant. This is all aligning for Tommy now. Everything's good. He's playing with someone that he'll be comfortable with. Justin Rose, yeah, he'll be thereabouts, but they'll be good for each other. Little did I know, coming down the back nine, Rose would just cut him in half. Like, literally, Rose opened him up and spilt his entrails out on, like, 14, 15, 16, 17, and just watched him wilt while he just rolled in putt after putt after putt. Hit the correct shot time after time after time. And just opened him up in front of him and didn't give a shite. And I thought it was unreal. It was brilliant to watch.
Yeah, and this is like after Fleetwood had 3 birdies and 4 holes and a clutch par save on 14. Like, they were both dragging each other down to their level for about 10, 11 holes. And then they really lit up the golf tournament. Both of them did, to be fair. What Rose did was
outrageous.
And you nearly didn't notice that he was doing it because you were so invested in Fleetwood and you're expecting Scheffler to somehow still go and win this, and JJ Spawn was doing his thing. Like, JJ Spawn's no flash in the pan major champion.
No, I think 100% that.
If he'd won last night, like, it would have been serious validation for him as well. But the playoff was one of the best playoffs I've watched in ages.
It was up there. Do you know what? Since, like, we haven't had much drama since the Masters. For me, as a viewing spectacle, I thoroughly, like, that will be in my top, easily in my top 5, probably in my top 3 of days, like Sundays viewing golf this year.
Yeah, and we weren't even looking forward to the FedEx Cup.
No. But that's it. The BMW is going to be a damn squib after this. Yeah. But, like, it's just nice to get guys up there. Like, they were all having a go, you know, sort of way. Like, we'll get into Justin Rose, we'll get into JJ Spawn, what they showed, how they went about it. You just can't say a bad word about either of them the way they went on. I know Mark probably will in a thing that he's looking to write about Justin Rose. He wouldn't be a big Team Rose fan.
No.
But you have to admire what he's done, how he goes about it. Like, first winner, we were calling out, first winner in his 40s this season on the PGA Tour. Like, it's an old man's game, or it's a young man's game now. And he's coming out doing that. It's great to see.
Yeah, and I was convinced when Rose missed the putt in regulation on 18. Like, I've seen him shave the edge on 18 and thinking, got a couple of Masters now and lose the playoff against one of his mates, and I was like, he's going to lose the playoff now against JJ Spawn. But like, in 2021 he was left off the Ryder Cup team. 2022 Liv comes along and he's 76 in the world. All his buddies, Westwood, Poulter, Stenson, Casey, all went over to Live Golf, and he looked a dead cert to follow them. But I suppose he backed himself and backed that he could. I suppose he's gone down sort of the Harrington route of backing yourself into your 40s, and like, he's 45 now, and since 2022 he's won twice in the PGA Tour, made 2 Ryder Cup teams, 2 runner-up finishes in the majors, and he's 9th in the world now.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had these stats, if Tommy Fleetwood had these sort of numbers, you'd say, oh my god, like a major championship in waiting here. Like, I think Rose could very easily be on the 2027 European Ryder Cup team.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be the
captain.
The captain, yeah.
Yeah, he's talked about as the captain for that. But it's mad. I love hearing him talk afterwards as well. Like, just his sense of pride and understanding of what he's doing in, like what we're saying, a young man's sport now. He was like, he acknowledged straight away that, like, it's a very, very short list of guys that are competitive in that 45 to 50 age range. You know, and like, he hit the nail in the head. He said it straight away. It's historically, it's a bit of a waiting room for the Champions Tour. That's all it is. You're just biding your time. You know, you're in Lucas Glover territory. You're just kind of in no man's land. You might contend on certain golf courses.
Lucas Glover's a bit harsh.
No, but that's, you know, but that's where you are. You're kind of, there's very few guys that remain competitive in that time. Like, you're talking about Phil Mickelson, VJ, guys like that.
Yeah, didn't Harrington win the Honda in his 40s?
Yeah.
That's about it.
But even Harrington was nowhere near the sort of, I don't know, it's even goes beyond, it's everything that Justin Rose is doing, his fitness, his routines, how he's going about things. Like, he's still so relevant in major championships. Like, he's finished second in what, the Open and the Masters in the last year. It's crazy.
Yeah, and he was very unlucky not to
beat Rory.
Rory.
You know, 10 birdies in the last round, and Rory McIlroy got you in a playoff. But yeah, it's such a good story, lifestyle, like a general sports story, not just golf. Like, how he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't know why Mark hates him, to be honest.
Neither do I. But his performance this week, like, he leads the field in birdies for the week, 26 birdies for the week, and that's not including the playoff. Like, Scheffler only had 23 birdies. He was next best, and Tommy, 23 birdies for the week as well. But, like, to lead birdies for the week in a stat like that, like, in a tournament like that, like, he's surrounded by guys that are absolute, like, going for it, you know, so way, and guys on the money. This is not like, we wouldn't talk like this if it was like an alternate field event or something like that, or like, you wouldn't read much into it. But he's full of beans, and for him to produce something like this, like a month before Ryder Cup as well, is so good for that lower half of the European Ryder Cup rankings as well. Yeah,
and he was a nerveless, certainly last, I suppose, including the playoff, was a nerveless 8 holes, and in a sport where at the age he's at, the nerves should be jangling. Like, you'd expect, you know, the odd maybe short miss putt here or there, but he was pretty faultless. Got a bit of luck in the playoff with his tee shot on I think the second hole, somehow not going into the drink, or maybe it was the first hole. And then I thought, when they switched the pins over, this is nailed on for JJ Spawn. He's been hitting it in that part of the green for the last hour here.
Yeah.
And naturally enough, JJ did stitch it, but Rose got his put in first and put the pressure on Spawn. I thought Rose just about deserved it in the end.
Yeah, he did. The way he
finished. I know JJ finished well too, but to birdie 4 in a row when you needed to, because he'd been sort of on the periphery of, you know, the drama for most of the round. And he really stepped up when he needed to, especially when you're going up against a friend and you're seeing him wilt. He managed to focus on his own game,
which would have been hard for him to do, because he is a gent. It would have been hard for him to, like, we're saying, yeah, he go to Tommy, he opened him up, but he's just, it's that he's a killer. He does have that winning mentality, And it seems the older he's getting, it's funny you made the Harrington analogy, because mentally he's built of the same stuff as Padraig Harrington is built of. And I just hate to face him down the stretch in anything on a Sunday, because he will find a way.
Yeah, and he was very much the party pooper as well. The US crowd really wanted Spawn to win.
Yeah, all the USA chants and all this.
There was the Ryder Cup sort of vibe about it, and maybe that's building off the Travellers Championship with Bradley versus Fleetwood. But I think that would have made it. He won't probably say it, but I'd say in his mind that made it extra sweet.
Yeah. On Tommy, right? Where do you go from here? I know he goes into next week.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I know you are. I can tell the way to look at. But do you think he has a prayer of winning anytime soon? Like, this is a lad that has like more stars than anyone on their jersey. You know, he's like a Juventus jersey with all the stars on the top of it. If you take the Rolex Series events and stuff like that, like, he's a proven tour winner. But it's now a monkey on his back in the States. He cannot get it done over there. And he looks visibly nervous every time he's in the mix.
Yeah, it looks like the feeling in his hands just go whenever, whenever it's crunch time, the feel in his hands go. That's why I thought when he made 3 birdies and 4, something different the outcome was going to be different. But yeah, like Rose won the Memorial in 2010 for his first PGA Tour win. He always spoke about, not trying to separate, and winning over here is much different than winning over there in Europe. And I think Tommy's probably gone past that stage where the weight is just too much, and winning on the PGA Tour weighs a lot more than winning in Europe. Even though, like,
yeah, but you wouldn't
put the house on him winning in Europe either.
No, that's the thing, because he's
not. He's just not
go
cold.
at him.
He's
now.
just not stone cold.
No, he's not. He's too, like, we say that a lot about lads. You hear that a lot, like, oh, he's too nice or he's too this. But like, in the heat of battle,
look at lads like Ricky Fowler, Ian Poulter, Tommy Fleetwood, all flashy lads, either for what they wear or their hairstyle. They win nothing.
Ian Poulter,
there you go.
He won what's the event he's all? The Shell Houston Open.
Open.
The Houston Open. That's a serious event. No, but I just don't know. I wouldn't. Do you think he'll win like a big DP World Tour event, or he's playing too well?
I think he'll win on. He'll win on the PGA Tour.
He will win on the PGA Tour, but he won't win soon.
I don't want it to be.
Do you think he has a prayer next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I. That's the mad thing.
I don't want him to win one of these events where, like, Scheffler's not playing or Rory's not playing, or he's beaten. I don't know, who is he beaten? Give me like Mav McNeely or someone.
Barracuda Championship.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go that low, but like a regular PGA Tour event where some of the big names aren't playing. I want him to win one of the big ones, and last night was that chance.
Yeah,
like losing the Travellers, I think would be a lot more damaging than what he did last night.
Do you think so? I don't know. I don't know about that. I think last night will really... Now, in fairness to him, Mark of the Man, like, he stuck around, he did 2 interviews, 3 interviews, signed all the autographs, smile on his face. He's a great sense of perspective, and he'll get back on the horse again and do it again. But, like, I don't know how you address the issues he has, because he goes out and he shoots, 63, 64 first 2 days. Solid in round 3, gets himself, starting off 2 strokes clear. Bit of a wobble, got back into it, and then he's just a different man. He turns into a different person, like the opposite of being a superhero.
Yeah, even his facial expressions, he looks frightened.
He does look frightened, doesn't he? Yeah, he looks like a rabbit crossing a road and sees the headlights and knows what's coming and just stands there. And just lets things plough him over. Like, it's not. It's
a bit like the Cork hurlers.
Yeah, and the Camogie players after yesterday.
Yeah,
I know we're after pissing off the whole county of Cork now.
Again,
Mayo were after me before, so I can't go too hard on Cork. But it's up there with that. Like, it is a bottle job now, and it is mental, and it is something that he totally needs to change. Like, Harry Diamond gets an awful. I can't believe I'm going here, but Harry Diamond gets awful time. But like, what does he need to change up his caddy for a month and do something different?
Yeah, it's again situation having your buddy as the caddy. Like, Yeah, it's a valid point, I suppose. If you're going to label Harry with the same brush, you're going to have to do the same to Tommy, I suppose.
But I don't know, and I'm not saying that is. Like, he's a good caddy, and he seems like the right man on the bag for Tommy all the time. Like, you don't just... But it's just... It's decision making in the heat of battle. Like, when you go back to the Travellers, he had 40 yards in, and he chose the wrong shot at the wrong time. That's happened again yesterday. Like, he 220 yards into... If he birdies that par 5, the tournament's over. The 16th. It's done. He can cabbage his way up the last two. Still gets a minimum into a playoff, but it's decision making.
I think it's execution.
Well, it's execution definitely as well, but
like the shot in the 16 wasn't that bad. The chip was terrible. The second shot into 17 was
you'd
just pure
back yourself
execution.
to hit that green from 220 yards.
I wouldn't be laying up anyway.
No,
with the way my game is at the moment.
Yeah, well, yeah, you wouldn't be pitching it back to 80 yards, giving yourself a look.
No, yeah, you probably would. Like,
it's very easy for us to be critical like this, but he keeps putting himself on this to be like the same result. Like, is he a gobshite? He's doing the same thing.
I think with McIlroy, it was definitely decision making. I think it's execution with Fleetwood.
Okay,
like the chip is terrible.
Which is worse?
The second shot into 17 is just pure and utter nerves.
The putt
was
on
horrendous.
17. I don't think in all of the professional golf shot. Do you know what? Actually, it's come back to me now. The last time I remember someone hitting a putt like that was that bad was Fleetwood again, when he had a chance to shoot like 62 in the US Open to make major history. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he missed like a 5 footer. He missed it by 2 foot. Didn't go anywhere near the hole. Like, so it's in him.
That's where it started.
It's in him.
Yes.
I don't know what's worse.
You just it's so difficult to say, but he just doesn't have that X factor moment in him. Whereas if that was McIlroy, you'd know somehow he'd just rise up and stitch it to 10 feet on the 18th. Fine, might miss the putt. But Fleetwood still had a chance going up the 18th, and you could just tell he was gone. Oh,
he could not feel his hands. The drive he hit on 17, the bogey on 17 was a disaster, and Rose pours one in, compounds that by birdieing it, and then you look at the difference in their drives on the 72nd hole and the 18th. Like, Rose looks like, and they're like, there's only a shot in the difference. Like, you think Tommy would be all out attack. And Rose, again, going back to Harrington, he is executing those shots as if he's one shot behind.
Yeah, well, Rose might miss a putt, but he'll certainly attack everything.
He won't wilt.
He won't wilt.
Yeah, he won't back off a tee shot. He won't change his mental approach to anything, and he'll execute. When he's in that mindset, he'll execute. Yeah,
because I think at the Masters he missed a shorty on 17, I think it was, in the final round, but he still went.
He three-jagged it, yeah.
Yeah, I think he birdied 18 then in regulation. Like, he comes back.
Yeah.
He still attacks from tee to green, and he did the same in the playoff last night. And he missed a birdie putt to win in regulation, missed another chance. Then JJ holds his raker, which was basically third time lucky, the same putt 3 times in a row essentially. Then Rose came back and got the putt. So he couldn't see Fleetwood standing up and being that defiant.
Yeah, no, it was. What do you think of JJ Spawn? He's really grown on me now. I know, after his win and always
I like him.
Yeah. Honestly,
I think a lot of people do too.
Because he's so relatable in so many things that he do, and he's just a warrior as well. Like, of all the lads for poor old Tommy to be going up against, but it's a signature event. It's FedEx Cup. Like, to go up against JJ Spawn, who was one of the best stats all round for the year, and to come up against Scheffler and peak Justin Rose, you're coming up against lads there that they win for the crack.
Yeah, that's why I think the Travellers is more of a damaging loss for Fleetwood. He was just hunted down last night.
Yeah,
by multiple players. Yeah, Spawn's impressive. Like, Spawn, he came onto everybody's radar at the Players, and then obviously winning the US Open. Very easy to think, fair enough, you get the odd flash in the pan winner every now and then, but that was a big event last night, and he finished with a flourish as well. like, I don't think
He's a different
I don't think
player.
he's going to go away.
No, he's
He's
not.
one of those players. Everyone seemed to rate him, but he never like believed in himself, and like, and then I think the US Open winner just transcended him.
Yeah, I love the development of guys like this. Like if you go back to, and I go back to the players, and I seen his name coming up in behind Rory and all these, and you're just going, you can feck off. Like, I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
And now he is a staple part of the top. He's a top 15 player. He's up there with Neiman now.
Better than Neiman. He's better than Neiman.
No, he is. But it's he's a staple part now, as in you're actually watching him and you're excited to see him tearing people apart because you know how good he is. And this time last year,
some man to hold a long putt.
Yeah, and he gave up strokes gained yesterday, like on the greens.
He was bang unlucky. I know he essentially had the same putt 3 times in a row, but he was bang unlucky not to make it 3 times.
Yeah. He gave up strokes gained on the greens for the week and still gets himself in. For someone who's a good putter, but like I'm just looking at that going, giving up strokes gains in the greens, like I don't know, is it something with tricks and players that they all just are average putters sometimes, but they absolutely strike the shit out of a tee to green? Like you could go through so many. He's like Lowry like that.
Yeah, that's
Gas.
the name that came to mind.
I know.
Matsuyama as well, average enough putter. Koepka's an average enough putter.
And just they all strike the absolute shit out of it, but then average on the green. So, but no, it was great to watch. And like JJ Spawn, you go back, I was just looking up, I couldn't believe like his career progression. Like we go back to the start of this season, he wasn't in any of the signature events.
No, he was probably playing to keep his card.
He was in pretty much the exact same position Seamus Power was 2 weeks ago, this time last year. On the outside, looking in, trying to get in at the Wyndham. And got his way in. From there, then did well at the start of the year in Hawaii, in that first event in Hawaii, and then moved on, had a top finish, then got in, like, played his way into the Players, ends up losing in a playoff. That opened up other stuff for him. That opened up the majors. And then he goes and wins his major. And that, like, it is an unbelievable career progression. But yeah, I really like watching JJ Spawn now. I love the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, and there was a nice moment with himself and Rose on the second playoff hole. I think it was. They were both sort of, I suppose, congratulating each other, for want of a better word, but it was nice to see.
Encouraging each other in the heat of battle. Like, it's like, no, it's good. It's good. I love the way as well, Spawn, he still has his full US Open gear, bag, head covers, the whole lot. Like, hasn't got rid of that limited edition tricks and stuff that he's just kept it in the bag. And you know he'll be the same. Like, he's a Ryder Cup lock now. Yeah. He's going to be using the Ryder Cup bag, like, for the next 2 years once he's on that team. It's, no, it's good. I'd fear him. I'd fear the less amount of guys like him that are in that US Ryder Cup team, because he is going to absolutely thrive in Betpage in that environment.
Yeah, they're
building a good team.
Yeah, like we would have said Bradley probably, doesn't want the likes of another Spawn or a Chris Goddard getting their way into the team. But then you think of it like Spawn and Henley.
They're like Mead in 97.
Knackery out players.
Yeah,
who just
exactly.
Wouldn't want to play,
Knackers.
like,
they're like Mead in 97.
They're not.
They are.
Really niggly players that just wouldn't go away in match play, They're just going to wear you down.
Niggledy knackers. That's what you're doing it. I could then name them all. Garrity, Fay, the whole lot.
Lions.
No, but you look at the teams now, how they've lined up, like, after that, the American team, Scheffler, Spawn, Schauffele, Henley, Bryson, Harris English, they're the top 6 that are in. Then the next 6 to make up the 12 are Thomas, Morikawa, Griffin, Bradley, McNeely, Novak. There's not much wrong with that.
Andrew Novak.
Yeah, he's doing well. Like, he played well yesterday.
I don't know. Still,
I wouldn't have him in the team. I don't think he will make it. I don't think Keegan will play himself now at this stage as well. When you look at, like,
I think he will.
Cantley and Young and guys like that coming.
Cam Young will be on the team.
Yeah, he has to be after the win. And he had a good finish yesterday as well.
I don't know how Cantley's up there. He's done nothing all year.
He doesn't go away though. You look at the European team then, how we stand at the moment. McIlroy, Rose, Fleetwood, McIntyre, Hatton, Straka are on the automatic spots. And then the next 6, Lowry, Rasmus, Aberg, Hovland, Matt Wallace and Matty Fitz. Like, so you're Yeah.
I swear Matt Wallace has been in that sort of 10th to 12th position in like the last 3 Ryder Cup races, and he won't get won't even get a look.
No. We're going with the same team as we went the last time.
I said at the start of the year.
Yeah. It's it's lining up well. It is lining up well. And like Luke Donald will be very happy looking at that. At the overall stats. You know, when you look at even the way the lads are playing, because they're quietly going around. You know, even Hovland still tied 32nd this week. Ludwig tied for 9th. John Rahm still there. Liv Chicago was thereabouts right till the end, lost in the playoff. You know, it's all lining up well.
Yeah, you forget about Rahm.
Yeah, no, that's it. Rahm is going in ahead of Matt Wallace.
Yeah, and then
that's it.
Pretty much, yeah. Done. Just switch out the Højgaards.
Yeah. Bring
them both, and whoever has a shit day in the day one foursome, just switch them back in.
Switch them in the toilets.
Like Rafael and Fabio.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's seriously good. Right, I suppose we'll move on from the FedEx St Jude. So many other things to get stuck into. I don't know, where do you want to go first? The Irish Challenge or the Irish PGA Championships?
Give it to the recency bias. Irish Challenge.
Irish Challenge. Go on.
Yeah, Rob Moran. I suppose the headline from an Irish point of view is that Rob Moran chipped in the last to secure an Irish Open spot next month. Now, Parr would have done it just on the base of like a better 18 holes, but he pipped Paul McBride by a shot. Final round of 69 for 6 under. What came fourth as well, picks up 18 grand.
That's big. It was a big week.
Like,
yeah,
big for him. He took advantage of his invite. Wasn't really going his way on the final day. He was 4 shots behind Paul in the race for that Irish Open spot. Then Eagles 12, birdies 14, birdie 17, chips in for birdie on 18. Held a 45 footer on 17 for birdie as well. So he did it in style. And like it's a big moment for him, surrounded by a decent enough crowd around that 18th green. There was a good atmosphere there. And I suppose he spoke about the validation of, you know, getting over the line, not in terms of winning, but he knew that there was something on offer here. There was an incentive, something to go and chase. And there was pressure, and he was delighted with how he sort of handled himself. Because he needed to do something. He was nowhere really after 11 holes, and he just needed to light the touch paper. Like Eagles the 12th, it's a 5-iron from like 248, I think, to 3 feet. And he said, yeah, the pin was where in a position where you can't go left. Go left, you're not making a birdie. He's thinking, if I hit this in the water, it's absolutely fine. I'll get up and down for par anyway. So he just goes and stitches it. And yeah, brilliant for him. Great opportunity. And it's a mark of the man that when I went over to him to say, you know, do you want the good news? And he goes, all I care about is I want to see Paul McBride par the last and get himself into next week.
Yeah.
And McBride, because top 10 get into the finish event next week, or this week as it is now. And McBride went and birdied it, in fairness. After bogey in 16 and 17 as well. Like he did let the Irish Open position slip. But no, like it could be a real pick-me-up for Paul as well, getting into next week, a run of events. He picked up around 10 grand or so for his efforts.
It's brilliant to see. Like I think we had 18 teeing it up this week. 7 of them make the cut.
Yeah, 3 in the top 20.
Like, and we haven't spoken like, you know, of all of the gaps that we look at over the last say year, 2 years, that we're constantly highlighting. There's nothing coming through in the Challenge Tour. There's nothing coming through in the Challenge Tour. These lads have all been there for a year, 2 years, like as in turned pro, find their feet. It goes to show the value of these starts that Golf Ireland and Team Ireland are giving out. You know, a few of them benefited from no amateurs because the home internationals were on, and we got a fair few Irish pros into the field. Like 18 is serious.
Yeah, it is, and it was great to, I don't know, because we've struggled in recent weeks in the Challenge Tour, like just for storylines. It was brilliant to have, you know, lads on the fringes of contention, but then there was 4 players in with the chance of getting an Irish Open spot, which made it really interesting. And your buddy won as well.
Owen Gilhooly.
Great Owen.
As we were calling him, Owen Gilhooly. He was, do you know what, in all the Pro-Ams I've played in down through the years, I've never at a tour event Pro-Am played with a guy that's went on and won the tournament. And this guy, 20 years of age, an absolute breath of fresh air. Like, all he wanted to talk about going around, we were talking about, like, he had this TPT shaft and he was pulling out, like, so into his gear. Had his brother on the bag. We were talking football. He's a big Marseille fan. We were just having fun, and Niall and Mick that played in the Pro-Am on the team with me as well, we just had good crack. And even down to the case of, like, this kid is out there to have a bit of fun, but he's serious as well, like hitting all the right shots, doing his own thing. Niall went up on Saturday and had his kids there. His kids came and caddied in the Pro-Am, and Gilhooly was over, like, chatting away to the kids mid-round, going around. Just nice and refreshing. Nice to see a guy that mix it around. And the videos, anyone who hasn't seen the videos, the show of emotion when he won, to see how much it is, the tears, the calls home, how much respect he has for his brother, and them going on. Like, I think he was 15th before in the race to Mallorca.
Yeah, and so he's pretty much got his card locked up.
He's pretty much locked his card in, yeah. And that means a lot, not just in monetary wise. Like, you progress on in those top 20 positions, you get 150 grand of seed capital as well to have a go at the DP World Tour next year. Like, he was nothing flashy. He kind of, in the Pro-Am, he hit some really good shots and he was going about his business. It was like he was on purpose hitting it into bunkers. He was seeking out, because he'd only played 9 holes the day before. This was his first time playing the back 9 that he played Russ. He just didn't care about the Pro-Am team. Which is the big day, obviously. It is a big day for us, but, like, he was more into having the crack, and absolutely, because it's such a big golf course, he's mincing it off the tee, trying to find trouble and seeing what the limits are for trouble and where bunkers were positioned. And so he found a lot of trouble and he knew where to lay back. And I said that to the lads, I guarantee you, this lad will not find a bunker over the next 2 days off the tee, because he knows now where he needs to lay it back from. In fairness to Mick, one of the lads that played with us, he backed him as well, 28-1, had a few quid in him. It was nice, like, it was nice to see. But yeah, such a gent, such a good winner for the tournament as well. And that power of emotion. I do have to say though, like, the real winner this week for me was Killeen Castle as a golf course, as a venue, as a host venue. Like, it was so nice, and I met Mark Collins there, and Cormac on the Wednesday, and just said to the both of them, it's so nice to see a diamond like Killeen Castle polished up to be presented like that, because it has suffered over the years. 10 years ago, we go back to 2015, like 2012, 13, 14, 15, it was rough. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I don't mean that in a bad way. It just wasn't, the investment wasn't there, and there was all sorts going on behind the scenes. To see it presented in the way it was, and it's great to see that the event's going back there next year. Hopefully they get a big crowd next year going down, and but it's such a great venue for tournament golf. It's such a great venue for championship golf, and yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed going around Killeen Castle and watching these guys. And like, it's such a hard golf course as well. I like the 2 pros we were playing with on, just could not believe they were saying this is probably the longest, because they were all off the back sticks. Like, I've never played with pros hitting like 5 irons, 4 irons, wearing out like long irons into par 4s all day, and trying to take things on, and just, it just wasn't working out. But it was such the difference. The difference of, which I couldn't believe, the difference of, you play different tee boxes, and there's such an array of tee boxes at Killeen Castle. So we're playing forward, it was like the green tees we were playing, and they were back on the pro tees on the blacks. Do you know what the difference in distance was?
About 80 yards?
No, overall, like over 18 holes.
Oh, definitely over 1,000.
1.2 kilometres.
Jesus.
That's insane.
That is mad.
It is insane. 1.2 kilometres was the difference back for 18 holes. I couldn't get my head around that. And then the stats, I think it was Mark did a piece last week on Killeen Castle, speaking to Cormac on, like, it is rated the hardest club course in Ireland. It's the hardest course in Europe rated, slope rated, and it's the 5th most difficult on the planet off the back tees.
Yeah, well, Rob said anytime he's played it off the back tees, he hasn't broken 4 over.
Yeah, no one has broken par on it off the back tees. Like, and then these guys come out and, still someone shoots a 65 around it this week. You know, it's such a great, expansive, big championship golf course, and delighted to see it back shining where it should be. Really good.
Yeah, because it's a Solheim Cup course. Like, it's used to having big events.
Yeah.
I get 6 shots off the backs. Be class.
And what's your index? You're like
0.1.
You get 6 shots off the backs. Jesus Christ, that's mental. That is mental. And you still wouldn't break 80.
No, probably not.
Not the way you're pitching it from 70 yards. You wouldn't anyway. It was a really good event. It was really nice to see this event be successful. Some Irish lads there. It bodes well for next year. They've something to build off for next year, and I've no doubt this will grow from strength to strength. And any other takeaways from Killeen?
No, just there was a good crowd at it, which I was surprised. Like, we've covered a few of these over the last few years, and it's definitely the biggest crowd I saw.
There wasn't earlier in the week, but it was, Sunday seemed to be a big crowd around the last few groups, and it's testament to the Irish lads. It's totally on them to go and perform, and the likes of Rob Moran going out and doing what he's doing has dragged people out. Like, they had big support going around with them, and it was nice to see.
Yeah, look, if we can get that many people out for a Challenge Tour event, like, I don't know, like, we're never, like, how many times is Paul McBride going to play again this year? Like, the lads there weren't too many invites given out for this event, and you just wonder, like, with the Clutch and the Tartan Pros, there's definitely scope to have a mini tour here and balance it off against the PGA region, maybe link it in or something like that.
The GB and I, like, get some sort of because it is, there definitely is a hole there since the Euro Pro went away. I know Clutch has stepped into some of that, but it just doesn't seem to be the same. It seems
it's too expensive.
Yeah, and I don't even know what the Clutch tour is, if that makes sense. They're all different tiers and levels, and
it's an avenue to the Challenge Tour, which is obviously what the Euro.
But for
Tour
less
was.
cards,
and I think you're paying more money to get in.
Yeah, like, it's a good business venture, but it's just, it needs. Yeah, I do agree with you. It needs something else, and there's so many guys dropping back now to the Irish PGA region. The like of Sharvin and stuff like that, Thornton, like, they're all ex-tour pros that are there. There's definitely something to be said about setting something up that all these guys have an avenue to play 10 times a year.
Yeah.
Like a maxi golf league in Ireland.
Yeah.
Here we go.
They all go and get their hip surgeries.
Bring them all back. Yeah, get it. No, it'll be good. It does need something, because it's all about the opportunity these guys are getting to play. Like you're saying, like, they just need a consistent platform every week and to be able to plan a schedule. And most of them can't.
Yeah, because, like, playing the mini tour is tough. And the likes of John Murphy, Paul McBride, even Alex Maguire, I'm sure there's loads of lads, like, go as far as your Gav Moynahans and other players. Like, instead of travelling on these mini tours, play 10 events here. Yeah.
You mentioned a name there, John Murphy. He got a last minute invite in this week. Didn't go well for him.
It was going well.
It was, yeah.
Missed the cut by 1.
Yeah, it's tough. I seen he took to social media. Did you see that? Just talking about it, and how I love that passion of, like, he's not going away. He's just going to keep stand up. Yeah, the game might be slapping him in the face constantly, but he knows he's going to just keep standing up to the plate, because he knows there is a game in there somewhere. And once there's a chance there, he just wants to be there to try and capitalise on something.
Yeah, well, that's where
his passion, like,
that's where having a sort of a mini tour, Irish-based mini tour, would work for someone like him.
Because you could play your way out of slump and actually get results.
Yeah, and, like, you had a card in the Alps for the start of the year, and that's obviously not worked out for whatever reason. Like, if you get him playing every week, or maybe twice, 3 tournaments a month, I think it makes some difference.
Yeah, it's just consistency, playing, getting a schedule on. Right, is that it from Killeen Castle?
I think so.
Irish Challenge. Right, Irish PGA Championships.
It feels like a long time ago now.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The Brown and Brown 115th Irish PGA. It was a good event. I was only down there for the first day.
Like the Irish Challenge, you got out before it started.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I got enough done. I got all the preview prep done. The groundwork. Listen, a house is only as good as the foundations it's built on, young Ronan. All right?
Fair.
So yeah, Simon Thornton. We called this beforehand. It was set up. It was a Simon Thornton golf course. I know we probably named 4 or 5 players, but we did mention Thornton a lot before.
We shouldn't get any props for mentioning Thornton either.
No, because he was unbackable before it. Like no one would even give me odds when I went looking. But really, really good. Had the sun on the bag. I was chatting to him before. Thursday was the final day. Texting him that morning, and he was saying he was having a job just trying to calm the young lad down. Like his young lad Ryan, I think his name is, like 13 years of age, really good player. Going around with he broke his arm or something, going around in a sling. Great for him to share that. Simon's won on tour. He's came back, but to be able to teach his son how to win as such, watch him go through the emotion. It's the emotions. It's keeping the emotions in check. And I'm sure he chuckled to himself a few times going around with some of the reactions his son would have had because he didn't have it all his own way in the final round.
No, there was some difficult
Donahue
moments.
came at him like
he started slowly as well. Bogeyed the first, a really, really poor tee shot that went a good mile left. And, Sean O'Donoghue came at him. I think he had 4 birdies and 5 holes in the front 9.
He was leading through 9 holes.
Got to 8 under. But in fairness, Simon came back, birdies on 10, 12. Really key par putt on 13 as well. Stitched a wedge to 14 for birdie. Birdied the par 5, 15th. Massive par save on 16 and on 17. Kind of hacked his way up the 18th, but
he knew it needed to be done.
He was three clear at the time.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It sounds comfortable, like a comfortable win when you put it like that. But going up before he got to maybe the 16th, it was in the melting pot.
Yeah, the pressure was on. But you'd kind of always back his mentality on that side. It's a quirky enough golf course. A lot of the pros, that was a lot of feedback come back. The last time I was in Monkstown, it's been a number of years. They've done some unbelievably good work to the course. The new bunkering, the changes to the golf course and all, really, really good. Good test, but a quirky test for a championship like that. And, the weather hasn't been kind recently, with growth and stuff like that in certain areas of the country, and it just gets baked out. And it's hard to maintain a golf course with hosepipe bombs on around you and stuff like that. But it's the greens. You will not find purer surfaces on the greens than what they played in Monkstown last week. Just top class.
Yeah, and we said it as well. The layout of the golf course, the cream should come to the top, but it'll bring 1 or 2 lesser names into it. And no disrespect to Sean, he was a good player as well, but he was a surprise package. And in fairness to him, didn't go away. Shot a 65 in round 2 and then just continued on from that and was deservedly leading. And
you go back,
if Simon hadn't done what he did, I think Sean would have probably won the tournament.
Halfway through this tournament last year, he was in the mix in Palmerstown as well. So he's he's producing in big events. Sean O'Donoghue, so fair play to him. Really good. It's nice to see someone, because I kind of need to be careful how I phrase things like that, but it's nice to see guys that are forging their way through
for the club
PGA. Pro. Exactly. And because most of the winners this year have been tour pros that have dropped back.
Yeah.
Or at near the end of their career. Where Sean is a different level of player that hasn't got that tour experience, but it's nice to see a club man, like a PGA professional, come and actually try and stake a claim for a national championship like that. So I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed watching him and seeing him trying to do damage in that. But yeah, it was always going to be tough down the stretch to beat a Simon Thornton in a position like that. The way he's playing, he's head of the 11 Irish Order of Merit now as well by a good bit. And yeah, really good. Sharvin as well, never really got fully going.
No, he just said he didn't have his best game on the week when he showed up, and takes a lot from the fact he was still in the mix with 9 holes to go, and he put on a bit of a spurt on the back 9, but just ultimately ran out of holes. It's just the way, I know it's a 3-day event and it's not as much of a sprint as the one days, but you still can't really afford a level par 1 over round.
Yeah,
I think maybe he was level par after day 1, or maybe he had a level par round in day 2. I can't quite remember now, but it does add up in the end. And I suppose you can say the same for Sean O'Donoghue. He was level par at round 1 as well, and needed the 65 to get back in the mix. But like, he'd be a big favourite for the K Club Pro-Am. Cormac would be different type of test to, you know, one that might suit a Simon Thornton or a David Higgins. Like, this is going to be probably a Sharvin Niall Carney shootout next week.
Do you think so?
Ah, yeah, why not?
I have a nice team in there now.
Oh, you do and all, don't you?
Rob Brazel. It'll be good. It'll be good. No, I'm looking forward to that. Right. That all from PGA?
I think so, yeah.
Anything else you want to write home about? Overall, it was a great week.
I enjoyed it, yeah.
Great hosts, good winner, great event, and good leaderboard as well. That's all you want.
And big buy-in from the members as well. Like, Jesus Christ. I think some of them were just given jobs for the sake of it. There was that many of them wanting to help
Which
out
is
or
lovely
do
to
something.
see. It's lovely to see that, like, it's something that Golf Ireland have started to honour properly. Volunteerism is massively important in the club game, and to see, it was evident, even me going down on the Pro-Am day, like, car parking was done, people at gates, signage everywhere, and that's all done through volunteers. And they have a lot of PGA pros, like Keane McNamara down there and his team. Like, Keane was very nervous.
Yeah.
Very nervous going into it, but you can see the work. He literally dragged that tournament by the scruff of its neck. All the organisation behind the scenes, David Den, the GM down there, they're all PGA pros, and it's nice to see that sort of level of camaraderie and just putting a championship on like this. But yeah, you couldn't ask for anything down there more than what the golf club delivered, gave, served up, and
good crowd on the final day as well, has to be said.
Yeah, no, perfect. Right, Liv, the Maxi Golf League.
Yeah, Burmester.
Yeah,
Done the double. He's actually going really well. Burmester on the overall. He was a solid, like, he was in around the top 50 in the world before he went to Live. Like, he's no mug.
Yeah, he's definitely no mug. Like, but he's he's up to 4th in their overall standings. Like, it's just a really, really solid season. When I'm looking at, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is their 12th event. Like, he's 4th, but he's like tied 4th, tied 12th, 2nd, 29, 14, 26, 13, 23, 18th, 51, then tied 5th, then 1st. I know people are roaring down at the thing now if they're listening this far going, there's only 50 players, like, will you?
Yeah.
Like, I know it does take away a little, but he's still, you look at what's ahead of him, like, there's only Joaquin Neiman, John Rahm and Bryson ahead of him. And then you have the might of Taylor Gooch and Patrick Reed just behind him.
Yeah, I know, look, he's I know what you're saying, but he has had a good season, to be fair. And I always thought he was a decent player going over. I think they've only 2 events left as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they do only have 2 events left, but no, it was good. Like, I watched, this is the first live event for a while that I haven't watched properly. Like, I'm watching the highlights and stuff like that.
You need to start going to them, man. Telling you.
Start going to them,
completely different experience.
No, it was good, but even on the team, like, John Rahm was thereabouts, he was close. Losing a playoff. Again, we had another fireball as well. We had the Ballester, the piss artist.
Yeah.
He's there. It's funny, actually, the other guy that we played with, Spanish guy.
Massivo.
That I
Did you
played
play with him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Was he going round with his live bag?
No, it wasn't him. No, we played with Quim
Vidal.
Yeah, Vidal. So we were talking to him going around. We played our first 9 with him. Really sound fella, and just some interesting angles. Like, one of the lads pulled off the top and he had like a Nace golf club top, and Vidal goes, "Oh, Nas, I played there before." And we're going, "What? How did you play Nace golf club?" And like, he moved over as a young lad for a month and stayed in the Heritage practicing with the Sevi Links and just played scratch cups like back 10 years ago, which is gas. But we were asking him about his like underage stuff, his junior. He'd gone, "Oh yeah, like pretty much everyone I played junior golf with and Spanish team golf, like they're all playing on live. They're all fireballs." Like, he was going through listing them all, like Ballester and all these lads.
Jesus.
Just funny, like. But again, another guy that looks destined. He missed a cut this week, but looks destined to make his tour card as well. Like, but really nice fella. But yeah, Ballester, like, losing a playoff. But there's just some money in this.
Yeah, they don't let you know though, do they?
No, they don't. No, I was looking up. It's all points. It's all points based on the website. They don't like talking about money, what they're washing, what they're doing. But
it was mad to see Ballister up there. In fairness, because I didn't rate this fella at all. Like,
did you not?
Nah.
Well, he won the US Amateur last year.
I know, but he just looked. Anytime I've seen him play, he just looked a bit shy.
Yeah, no, like he's a good player, but yeah, it's a big step for him. But Stingers won the team championship as well with Grace, Charles Schwartzel. There's one thing. Like, I know we got hoodies there a couple of weeks ago, Legion 13 stuff. The Grace and stuff looks nice.
I've lost mine.
Have you?
Yeah.
The Stingers look like it looks like they've gone to a Vincent de Paul shop to dress each other. Like it's shocking clobber that they've on.
So is the Fireballs.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a bit full on, but it's they've only 2 events left. They've won, and then they've the team championship, and then that's the season done. Which is mad. Like, before the end of August, like the like of McKibben, nothing to play in now. Like, I know he's going to come back and play the Irish Open and
play Wentworth,
stuff like that. Wentworth,
I'm sure he'll play the DP World Tour playoffs as well.
Did I read somewhere that he wasn't paying his fines? That he'd stop paying the fines?
I don't know. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting though. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that one. But yeah, there's like, I don't know what way the lay of the land is there. That, like, they seem still nowhere near close to getting a deal done, getting anything done.
No one even talks about it anymore.
No.
But like, it is interesting that the impact that would have on a European Ryder Cup team. Well, just Ram and Hatton, really. They can't earn points if they're not eligible to play.
Yeah, but it's not right. I'm looking up a thing here that I seen. Someone sent me on the other day about a ban that one of the players got. Yeah, Hudson Swafford, 5-year suspension. He's going back to try and play PGA Tour.
Yeah.
So he can't play until 2027 after he went to live in 2022.
What a loss to the game that is.
No, but it's wrong. It's anti-competitive. But yeah, I'd agree. It's mad. Guys that have just disappeared, like.
Yeah, he's not on live anymore.
No, I know, but he's banned until 2022, going back to or 2027, going back. Like Bernd Wiesberger, we don't hear about him anymore.
No, he's
gone.
He still plays DP World Tour, but I don't think he's any real status on it at all.
Proper burnt cheeseburger at this stage. He's dead. Yeah, you just don't. And like, now looking at the way, like, I seen at the weekend both. So the drop zone that they have now on Live is an actual drop zone. So if you're in there,
that's
you're gone.
good.
It is good, but they're doing that because they have to get world ranking points. But like, the whole Majestics team, bar
gone.
Horsfield, will be gone. Like, I seen the 2 boys. So Stenson and Westwood actually just climbed out the other day, but Poulter's fecked. They're 40, like 46th and 48th or something.
Yeah, so the drop zone starts from 49 and Westwood's 47, Stenson's 48.
Yeah.
Poulter's 52nd.
Yeah, the 3 of them will end up losing.
Yeah,
which is probably good for Liv. Like, you can't have a team called the Majestics and the guys going out like laying sod over stuff.
No, well, it's an interesting look because there's really only
your man Ogletree.
There's still time.
There's still time. He's like the Burnley of Live Golf. He just bounced from league to league, up, down, up, down.
From 49 to 61, which is the amount of people in that drop zone, only four of them, five of them are actual players. The rest are reserves and wildcards.
Yeah. Like,
your man, Frederick Ketchup, is 57th. He's had the worst year imaginable. He is useless.
Anthony Kim shot 66 yesterday, actually. Did you see that?
Yeah.
His best round since...
He hasn't earned any points this year, though.
2012, I think, his best competitive round.
The man warms up in, like, pyjamas.
No, it's funny. It's funny. Right, we'll draw a line under Live. Anything else in Roundup you want to touch on before we get into heroes and villains?
Yeah, Lauren Walsh, Annabelle Wilson made the cut in the PIF London Championship at the weekend. Conor Purcell made the cut in Scotland, which was good to see. Grant Forrest won that at Trump International in Aberdeen.
Did you see Trump ringing him?
Trump gave him a phone call.
That's so good.
I laughed so hard. He said, God, man, we play tomorrow. If you get on a plane, we play tomorrow.
Yeah, and then but Grant actually says, yeah, no problem, Mr. President, I'll make it over. And then Trump just ignored it totally and just went off another. I'm playing with 3 other guys here, nowhere near as good as you, and your name will be on that board for a long time. It's gas. I would love to play a game of golf with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
You just don't know what he's going to come out with, what he's going to say.
No.
It's mad. Like, I wouldn't be a fan of his politics at the best of times, but I would love to play a game of golf with him.
God forbid you'd mark him down for a bogey.
He does golf well. The close. I'm seeing stuff online. The Irish close at Westport, struggling to fill the field. This is not a good look. I know it feeds into what you've been saying the last few weeks. I don't know. Is it like there's so many things that go into this, like the time of the year, the cost of it. It's holiday season. It's Westport, back to college, location. There's so many reasons why they're struggling to fill a field, but it's very sad to see one of our national championships struggle.
Yeah, I mean, the history behind the close is massive. And I don't know, like, there's so many different factors. You don't really get ranking points for this anymore. The time of year, there's so much stuff on. It's the week after homes. Players have club stuff on now as well. You have Barton Shields and Senior Cups. Collegiate season's back on. Like, some of the players went back yesterday.
And people have to work.
People have to work as well. Like, there is a lot of factors. And there's so many different ways. It's just the sign of the times at the moment. The Irish Championships don't carry the same weight that they used to. Yeah. We said that last week.
Yeah, I just thought, do you see a future for tournaments like the Close? If we're getting so many events just week after week after week. Like, they changed the format of this, didn't they, as well?
Yeah,
a couple of years ago.
Back to stroke play.
Yeah.
Which was probably designed to give, aspiring pros 4 days of tournament stroke play.
Yeah, but you need ranking points then.
Yeah.
If you're playing there's so many issues that are coming, and it seems to be more a timing issue with, like we're saying, and the cost of it as well. Like, when you're playing a stroke play tournament like this, it's 4 days plus like practice day and stuff like that down there. Like, you're literally taking another week off, and it's peak holiday season.
Yeah, pretty much. And like US Am's on this week as well.
Yeah,
there's a lot of I don't know. Put it earlier in the year. It seems like at this stage we've had so much on. It does feel like we're at the end of the season.
This might be the stupidest idea ever, but can we put like the Close back to back with one of the other championships?
With the women?
No, like the Irish Am and the Close.
Have it one week after the other.
Yeah. Have them back to back so that lads aren't like that. You have one place to go, you can get Airbnb or do whatever, or you're travelling up and down. Like, just have it. I know you're going to get hot players then. Like, you don't even have to be on the same golf course, but have them in close proximity and in back to back.
Yeah, that would take out though the likes of a Westport though, wouldn't it? Really?
Yeah, it would, but I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's working in Westport the way it's laid out now. Nothing against Westport, but it's just like the stuff we've laid out, time of year, holiday season. Like, Westport's probably one of the biggest hen and stag do towns in the country.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know how they expect lads to get accommodation, but again, it's like, it's a deep problem, but it's not necessarily a Golf Ireland problem, so but it is, I suppose. It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Yeah, I suppose looking through the tee times, the featured groups are David Howard, David Redden, Jared Dunn, Stuart Grehan, Ryan Griffin, Keith Egan. And then you have, some of the usual heads like Collie Campbell, Jack McDonnell, scrolling up, David Shield, TJ Ford, Jonathan Keane won the Souths, Jack Murphy from Douglas. You're struggling to. And
how many are in the field though? There's
132.
Yeah. Like, what's the cut-off for this time? God only knows what the cut-off for this is going to now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So many players have gotten in, though. There were 27 reserves. 25 have got in.
Yeah.
That's how many withdrawals there's been. I should put my name down.
They would have loved you from 80 yards in Westport. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Like, the tournament needs a Stuart Graham or something like that to dominate it. It needs a story like a Collie Campbell again or something like that. I don't know how some like lads like Collie Campbell just keep like job, family, young kids, all that, and still able to balance golf in like this.
Yeah, you have
to
admire those people, in fairness.
100%. It's such a juggling act. And Stuart as well. Graham, like, all that, like...
We're losing the likes of, like, Thomas Higgins had sort of a breakout year in terms of, like, getting international caps. He's gone back to college now. I'm sure Sean Keeling, Gavin Tiernan are gone, if not pretty close to going as well. So, it's the collegiate season is a big thing. Whether you're planning events by the time they come back from the States or before they go back later on in the summer. And when you think about it then, that is a small window to put everything in. So I don't think there's not really a concrete solution.
No, there's not. Right, we'll draw a line. We've yattered for over an hour at this stage. Heroes and villains, right? The Gary Player villain of the week. I'll let you go first in this because I think you've done your homework this week.
I have a little bit. I'm not sure who to give it to, though, whether to give it to the PGA Tour or Ricky Fowler. I think they're both culpable.
Right, why is Ricky culpable?
So Ricky snuck into the top 50 for the BMW this week, with 48% of his points came from sponsors' invites, including the signature events, where you have Chris Kirk grinding away. Like, I don't know how he didn't birdie off.
Yeah, they shouldn't count.
There's no question. He finished 51st off no invites.
Yeah.
That's not really fair.
Yeah, it's not fair. It shouldn't count. But that's the PGA Tour. That's why Live was set up. Toxic shit like that. That's wrong. Shouldn't happen. Yeah, anything on a sponsor's invite, you get the money, not the points. That's the way it should be. But they won't do that because it's like turkeys voting for Christmas.
Yeah,
it's a players-led organisation. You know,
spending a lot of time with Paul McGinley.
Yeah, that's right. But that's the type of thing. Yeah, Camber, Xander, Miramax. Yeah, so who are you going to give it to on those? Who are you nominating from those then? Ricky Fowler?
But it's not his fault.
Yeah, so it's the Tour.
Tour.
He's just taking advantage of it. So I'm not sure. So my nomination, I'm not sure if this is a hero or a villain, but a club that shall remain nameless. This actually feeds into what you've done over the weekend as well. In the Midlands, they had their captain's prize last week. 3-ball strokes. 2 lads standing on the tee box, no sign of their third player. Just don't have a clue what's going on. He's a lad that just plays as a nomad single. So they're waiting. They decide to let a team go on, just to say he might show up. So they let a team go on. Then they're standing there. They let another team go. So like 20 minutes waiting. Then this lad screeches into the car park after being delayed. Throws the clubs in his bag, got shoes on, runs onto the tee, proceeds to carve 2 balls right out of bounds, shakes hands with the lads and fucks off back to his car and drives off and leaves him as a 2-ball. So not only were they being really nice and I got a message in about that. I just could not stop laughing. You just can't quit in the middle of a game of golf.
But it wasn't in the middle.
It was, well, you can't quit once it started. You wouldn't do that in the captains.
No. Not a chance.
You just told me you walked in after 12.
13.
Yeah, captains. So I don't know, is it a hero or villain?
Paul McBride was shooting a good score. I had to go and talk to him.
Is that heroes or villains?
A hero.
We're putting him in the hero category. Right, so there's go for the hero nominations then.
I had Trump in just for the Grand Forest video. Just how funny it was.
Yeah. I'm going Owen Gilhooly, my lad. The French. Allez le bleu. Really good. So yeah, just the sheer emotion of the celebration, those videos, if you haven't seen it, of him celebrating the win and how they're going about it. Yeah, just a nice kid that's forging his way through golf. Like, he's jumped like 250 spots in the official world rankings as well. I was looking this morning on that, and yeah, so all good. So we're going to go with Gilhooly for the... I'm not even pronouncing his name right. We've just called him Owen Gilhooly.
Olan Gulamandagay.
Olan Gulamandagay. But yeah, Owen Gilhooly. He's forever quizzing on this podcast. It's Gilhooly. And then we will give the villain of the week then, PGA Tour. That's right. That is something that it's very simple to sort that. There shouldn't be any sponsors invoice the signature event anyway. They're a closed shop.
No, but we've been through that already.
I know, yeah. Right. Cheers to Flowgas for sponsoring the pod. Like we said at the start, visit flowgas.ie for any of your household, commercial, business needs for gas, electricity or solar. And they definitely have something for you. But we will be back probably a bit later next week. We have the 2-day Pro-Am on in the K Club, so probably Wednesday. You're off for a few days as well. Yeah. Go and play a bit of golf.
Go and play. Can't go to the close and away like everybody else.
Can't go to
just
the close.
Following everybody else's lead.
So I'd say we'll be back with next week's podcast on Wednesday after the Pro-Am at the K Club, and when Ronan's back as well, and we'll have at that stage we'll know who the top 30 are in the PGA Tour as well for FedEx Cup playoffs, and we'll get stuck into that. All right. So cheers for tuning in, and rest in peace, Tommy Fleetwood. Bye.